Hello and welcome to the second section of this training. I'm really pleased that you made it through the first section of the portal. Let's look at Zoom now. So in order to use Zoom, you have to have an account and you use your touro.edu address to get that account. I'm going to sign in over here because I already have a Zoom address. Let me just quickly put my name in here and my password. You can also sign in with shortcuts down there if you like, but I like a password. And now, wow, oh my gosh, this is like really confusing, right? How am I supposed to deal with these things? Well, let's look at the first part. You can, on the left here is the main things you need to know. You can set up your profile with a picture and things like that if you want, but we're going to focus on meetings. And what do I need to do? I need to schedule a meeting. Remember that scheduling a meeting is Zoom calls classes meetings, but you are going to call them classes, of course, because that's how you meet with your students. So I'm scheduling a meeting now. Right now it gives me a default my meeting, but I'm going to call it meeting with amazing Touro faculty. And if you want, you can also add in here descriptions, things like that. You can set a time. Let's say I'm going to make it later today for 1 hour. And I can even make it a recurring meeting. So if you're really on the ball with your scheduling, you can plan in advance. You can look at your syllabus and you can plan out all the meetings in advance. There's a lot of interesting security things that you can require. The meeting password for my usual meetings is Brooklyn. I probably shouldn't give that away. Oh my gosh, now I'm in trouble. And there's other settings here which I certainly invite you to have a look at. I'm not going to go into it now though, because you can figure these out. You can play with them. You click save and then you will have your meeting scheduled. Now, you can put it in your calendar. I personally like to do that because then I have it in my master calendar. You just click on whichever one you happen to be using here. And let's say now you want to invite your students to this class. So you can copy the invitation here. And it's kind of a lengthy invitation, but it says all the ways that students connect. It includes the password, built it right into the link. You can set things slightly differently but just copy it like this, and then you can send it to your students. That's the basic way to start a meeting. Now, I'm going to show you a little about what it would be like to actually be in a meeting. When you are ready to start this meeting, you go over here to a button. You need something that's intuitive. Oh, look at this. Start this meeting. So you click on it here, and it's going to ask me to open up the software that's already on my computer. You're going to log that in, of course, when you go. And this is the screen that people see when nothing else is going on. There are a few controls that you've got to learn to be able to manage your class. Down here in the bottom, you've got mute, unmute, which right now I set my settings that I always come on muted, and you've got your video here. Now you're going to see me for a second with my green screen in the background. Oh no! Oh, I have something about right here. Since we're in coronavirus, I kind of miss flying, I miss traveling, and I wanted to be around a lot of people, so I found this picture in the background. So that's how you make yourself visible or invisible. Now, all these other things are really important, but I want to point out just a few. When you click on participants, obviously right now there's only one, which is moi, but if you click on it, you'll see all the people who have joined your class over here. And look at these valuable tools, mute all, unmute all. These are two really important ones. Now, let's say a student contacts you while the class is going, saying, oh my gosh, professor, I lost the email. Can you send it to me again? You're already in the class. So you can click on invite, quickly jump onto your email, and you can send it to them. That's the way I would do it personally. So let's just close this down. That's a quick invite. I also would like you, so that's how you mute your class. Now, another thing that's really valuable is sharing your screen. Like let's say, for example, I have a PowerPoint or something like that. So I click on share screen like this, and it asks me what I want to show, and bang, there it is. Here's the screen that I could share with people as well. And you go up here to stop the share. Now you can have special settings to allow your students to share screen and things like that. There are some security considerations, but you should, that's one of the possibilities that you have just by clicking on this little arrow over here. These other tools are so amazing. I'm pointing out record here. If you click on this button, I don't want to do it because I'm already recording right now, but it will record your Zoom session from the beginning of when you push that button until you finish the meeting. And then it will send you an email saying, oh, your Zoom session has been recorded. Here is where it's located. Either it'll give you a link. You can either choose to use Zoom's remote servers, which are really great if you don't have that much room on your hard drive, or if you're worried about privacy and you want to keep it close to home, you can have it saved right on your own computer. This is really valuable because then you can upload these recordings to your students in Canvas, or you can forward them the link so they can review it, and it's really a very powerful tool. And let's see, I guess that's about it. At the end of the meeting, I should also indicate if you want students to chat with you. This is something you can set over here, and that means anyone who is in the class can write like a private text to one other person, or can text the entire class. It's kind of hard to do it while you're actually talking, but it is a useful feature that you might want to have. You can also turn it off in your settings as well. When you're all done with this, then you just click over here on End Meeting, and I will end meeting for all. It's done. Okay, and then it takes me back to this, which is my home screen. I'm using a Mac, so that's the way it looks. If you need Zoom help, then let's see, where do we go for Zoom help? I guess we go back to this website over here, which is support. They call it support. I wish they would all agree on the same words, but support is the best way to get it. You can also ask for help from our in-house staff through the help desk. Okay, that's it. Look at that. You made it through the second section of our challenge, and let's go on to the third section of Canvas.